Well, hey everyone. I am so excited to be with you today. Sorry if you hear a little pitter patters of feet. I am Brittani Jenks. I'm an executive senior sales director with Mary Kay from Columbus, Ohio. I'm so excited to be with you. I have a little 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, 3-year-old. There are pitter patters of feet all around this house all the time. But I'm so excited to be here today because I get to share with you my heart and my vision and my mission. And I'm just pumped to have that opportunity because you really are the cream of the crop. And I have a huge goal today. I pray that something I say today shifts you, encourages you, changes you somehow, some way, for you to just think differently. I have a saying that you are where you are because it's where you believe that you should be. And I believe that many times we are where we are because of our belief level. You know, many times in our businesses, our belief level determines our success. We might be stuck at a certain level, title, car, or lack thereof because of our belief. And today I am praying that change because your belief is going to change. And when your belief changes, everything changes. So where do you believe that you belong on the career path? And if right now your belief level could place you on the career path, where would you be? Belief and confidence come in the doing and surrounding yourself with positive, like-minded people. So congratulations, because you're already listening to the right people and in the right arena. Keep going and keep growing up the career path because it only gets sweeter and it only gets better from here. You know, I was a fast pitch softball pitcher, and one of the things I was taught when I was coaching and also being coached was not to just see the target, but was also to see like through the target. When we see the target, a lot of times what we do is we'll see to the target and our maximum capacity will actually hit at the middle way through the target. And then we'll slow down as it's hitting the target. So when we see through the target, the fastest speed is actually when the ball is crossing the plate and hitting the catcher's mitt, which is ideally what you want. So that's the same concept as why you run through first base and home plate. If you only run to a base, you actually slow down before you get there. But if you're able to run through first base, okay, if you only run to a base, you slow down before you get there. But if you're able to run through it, you get there faster and you have more momentum and you can round the corner and get to the next base faster. So are you visualizing not just the red jacket, but the team leader title and on to the next base and maybe even striking out the batter and going for on-target car? I mean, sometimes that little bit further is the thing that will keep you excited enough to not slow down right before you cross home plate and get that red jacket on your body. Visualization, y'all. Speaking of visualization, make the goal poster, put the picture of the red jacket up. Friend, ask someone to get a picture in their red jacket, print a picture of someone in theirs and get your head over top of hers and glue it there. Your brain is so powerful. Use it properly. Tell it you are a daughter of the king that deserves only the best. You know, prior to working virtually, I didn't really even own samples. Mary Kay samples weren't my jam. Now it's a whole different world. So when we were told to shelter in place, I won't lie to you, I freaked out because I needed to get product on people's faces. In fact, it was kind of funny. I have a picture of me standing outside of my house. I don't think anyone realized it was my house, where I said with a flip, I stood outside of the window and I was holding a flip chart and I was holding up a cleanser and I had my husband take the picture and I was like, coming to a window near you. Because I was our main source of income. And I was like, I've got to figure out a way to get these products on people's faces. And we were on target to have our best year ever. And so I had to think strategically, how do I make sure I keep the main thing, which was getting product on people's faces? So I use samples as a way to do so. But samples with intention. Samples were where the customers were jumping onto sessions and then they were washing their faces and I was washing my face alongside of them. And now basically we're taking this, kitchen table that we used to sit around together. And now we have this virtual kitchen table via a phone or a computer screen or a tablet, and we're having a blast. Mary Kay Ash always said nothing happens until someone sells something. And I believe that that is the basis of a great consultant. And a great consultant comes from someone who loves this product and loves what this company is all about. Faith first, family second, career third. The golden rule, try before you buy. Genuinely caring about its customers, and the beauty business being a relationship business. Samples give you the ability to share those things, those important things that I just mentioned, and allow for the people you introduce to our company to fall in love with our Mary Kay products and our Mary Kay opportunity, and you as the beauty consultant first, which I believe is just so important. So how do you allow for people to try these products? In person? Do you do it virtually? Do you do a hybrid? I don't really think it matters how you do it. I just think it matters that you do, right? It's just the same Mary Kay as before. It's just now we do it a little bit differently, right? And now I feel like virtually we have so much bigger of a reach. So at the beginning of working virtually, I realized that a lot more people were willing to join our team on the spot than maybe I had thought before. And when I really thought about it, I realized that it was probably because I was making it out to be some huge sign your life away kind of deal. I would walk in with my big binder and my piece of paper and my pen, and I would be like, I'm going to tell you about me and you're going to tell me about you. And it was this whole process. So I had a moment where I said, I need to get this out of my head. And I'm going to decide right away if I like this woman. And if I do, I'm going to offer her this opportunity. That's what I decided. And as long as she doesn't have a consultant, and if she needs more information, I'm of course going to have her ask me questions. But if she doesn't have a consultant and she knows enough, I'm going to go ahead and offer her the opportunity. And so from then on, I just started doing exactly that. I realized a lot more people didn't really need as much information as what I thought that they did. But if they did, what I needed to do was I renamed what I called sharing appointments or interviews into what were called PPC chats now. See, Mary Kay called them, or Mary Kay always said we had 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, because we wanted to talk, not as much as we listen. We listen twice as much as we talk. And so we came about this, and how we did that is we decided to allow for them to ask us 5 questions to begin with of what they would want to know about Mary Kay if they were to ever consider becoming a consultant. And so I answered their questions and allow for them to ask as many as they truly want, but a lot of them only have around 5 questions. And what I found is I actually haven't been doing a ton of PPC chats because a lot of people jump onto our virtual sessions on repeat. See, they'll try out the miracle set. They purchase the miracle set from their consultant, and then they jump onto our sessions over and over and over again with their own miracle set, and they watch and they have fun alongside of us, and eventually they join our team. Or they do one of those PPC chats occasionally, eventually, and they decide that they love it so much that they decide to join. Y'all, this is a $30 or a $130 decision. It's not a marriage. It's not deciding where to live. It's not what college to go to. It's not a lifelong commitment. I think when you really think it through, by setting up some long process of let's fill out this whole long paperwork, let's vet you before you start, we're taking the fun out of it. And we're taking the fun out of it before it even begins, which is how we are supposed to be different. It's $30. I've made $30 decisions in like 0.2 seconds. In fact, it happened just a few days ago. My daughter came home, Kinley, my 6-year-old, she came home and she was like, hey, Mom, everyone's enrolled in some jump rope part association thing at school, and they all got some toy for doing it. And next thing you know, I'm scanning some QR code on some fundraiser thing, and for some tchotchke prize for my daughter, I have it. Seriously, okay? This. I mean, what are these things even? Okay. And that was $40, right? So I'm doing it so that my daughter can fit in and have fun. And of course, it was a donation to the Heart Association, which is great. But can I tell you what I didn't do to spend that $40? I did not call my husband to ask if it was okay. I didn't call my friends to see if they would support me in my decision. I didn't pray about it. I didn't sleep on it. No one vetted me with any questions, and I didn't ask if they would give me a 50% off discount on any future purchases, or I know that I have 2 other kids that are going to eventually come back through that. And I didn't say like, hey, am I going to get any kind of like special consideration because I'll have 2 more kids coming on up through there. Nope, I didn't. I paid the $40 and I moved on with life. You guys, people, women especially, make these kinds of decisions all the time. And sometimes because we make it into such a big deal and make them feel like they need to ask so many more questions, we're making it into a bigger deal than what they even want to make it into. This opportunity is an amazing gift. So let me tell you about some of my first line sales directors and how we met them. And this might even stir up in your brain some women that you know that are already in your life, but it's also going to give you some amazing hope and help you to realize that you too can do this. It's going to make you want to get out there and start meeting some people. And a lot of these people I actually met when I was in my red jacket or stem from someone who met someone in their red jacket. Well, we'll start with $1 million sales director, Lindsay Freisteller. Y'all, she was my waitress at a restaurant. And I met her. She walked up to the table. I had just earned the use of my Mary Kay career card. I was in my red jacket. And before she could even say her name, I was like, I just earned a free car. It's right there. And luckily I could point out the window and show her my Mary Kay career card. And so I got her name, I got her phone number, and I called her the next day like I was taught to do. And I said to her, have you ever thought about doing something like this before? And she said no, because that's what most people will say. And I said, well, I think you'd be great. And she said, you do? And I said, yeah. What would it take to get you started today? And she went ahead and she purchased a starter kit and she started that day. And that day changed mine and her life for forever more. Now she is driving a pink Cadillac and she just built a beautiful home with her Mary Kay in her income. And she is impacting countless lives. I met now sales director Allison Hamby outside of Polaris Mall. When I chased her down to hand her my business card, she was super cute. And I was going to be so mad at myself if I didn't hand her my card. Y'all, she pulled over on her drive home from the mall, saved my number in her phone from the business card I handed her, so that if I called her or text her, she made sure she answered. She did not want to miss out on this. But how many times do we make up stories that they won't call us back or they're going to say no? But some of them are saving our numbers in their phones and are eagerly anticipating the call back. And now Allison and I are besties. And I was just so honored to be the maid of honor in her wedding. Premier Club director, Morgan Hacker, sat up in my office studio of my house and did a facial with her mother-in-law and her precious daughter, Charlie May. She came into Mary Kay with not a lot of confidence and was in a toxic work environment with little to no praise and wanted a way out, but wasn't sure there ever would really be one. And now she's a social media queen with confidence that she isn't just passing on to her team, but to her precious daughter, Charlie May. And she is impacting so many other mamas in the same way. Senior sales director, Gloria Patterson, who started her Mary Kay business with 3 teenage daughters, working a corporate job and a published author, soared to the top quickly in her Mary Kay business. She started December 16th and debuted by April 1st, y'all. That's 3 months, January, February, March, or let's think right now because it's March, April, May, June. You might not have even met your Gloria. It's March. Do you understand? Or this could be you. When you make a decision, this could be you. You decide in March. March is amazing. April, May, June. It stems from the word side, which means to cut off all other options. Sales director Michelle Hammond, who is famous for our highest selling launch party ever with almost $3,000 in sales, started her business in February, debuted by July 1st. Y'all, we're in a double credit hottest season of your Mary Kay business. Many of these women never dreamed they'd be able to accomplish what they've accomplished with their businesses. But Michelle started out with a made up mind that she would be able to get as many people on virtual sessions and on her launch party as she possibly could. And it did not matter what it took. And that work paid off. She is responsible for coming up with our system of reaching out 3 days before a session, a day before a session, and an hour or a half hour before a session. The fortune is in the follow up. So when you book an appointment, do you coach an appointment? Do you follow up with that appointment? The fortune is in the follow up. Brand new sales director, Rita Ledbetter. She stems back from someone I warm chattered all the way back when I was in car qualifications as a red jacket 14 and a half years ago, who joined a team that's no longer in Mary Kay. So she came back in and joined my team. And then Rita's recruiter joined that person's team. And Rita joined her team. And Rita became a director in 7 months. Look how many people can be attached to your dream. Our 4 area DIQs, Linda Boy, who lives in South Carolina, that we met from a fishbowl lead in Ohio. She's a changed woman because of this opportunity. Lawrence Boutoni, who traces back to a warm chatter in the parking lot of the church we used to hold our Monday night weekly success events. She already has the red on her team and she is building more leaders, more reds. She's a true leader of leaders. Kristen, who is a mama of 4, 3 of which have special needs. And she has 6 new team members in the month of March already. And we're recording this on the 4th of March. 6 new team members already. She joined to help her friend get a promotion in Mary Kay. And look where she is. Danica, who's a social worker, who is a Mary Kay lifer with us. She's been loyal to us from the beginning, a champion helping us to finish this national area. Second line Offspring sales director, soon to be Premier Club director, Pam Cavalli. We met through a fishbowl winner who recruited someone who recruited Pam's cousin. And Pam came from corporate America and is the mother of 2 precious boys and is a talented trainer and teacher. Premier Club director, Michelle Clark, who has a full-time corporate job, is the mother of an adult son, came to a Mary Kay event and has been in Mary Kay forever. She loves people and is amazing with them. Pink Cadillac director, Jolene Countryman's sister, hosted a party for Mary Kay, for Lindsay actually, in 2009. And the reason Jolene is in Mary Kay is because it's virtual. That's the only way she can see herself fitting into Mary Kay. She's a full-time, high-ranking full-time military worker, and so is her husband, and they have a son, Tucker, and he is just the absolute cutest. Jolene and her team earned their Mary Kay Pink Cadillac in 7 months from when she joined. Soon-to-be Premier Club director Regina Furry attended a launch party for her sister-in-law last February and decided to join because she loved the product. Back to the beginning, the samples led to the trying, led to the love of the product, led to Regina Furry. She uses her business to pay for her medications to keep her alive. Regina is so sick that there are many days she comes home from doctor's appointments and just works from bed. But virtual Mary Kay gives her that ability. She is beautiful. She radiates love and hope to everyone in our forming national area. Felicia supported her friend by attending her launch party and then chose to start her Mary Kay business with $42.56 in her bank account. She came from a bad place emotionally, but Mary Kay brought her back to life and brought back the fun Felicia again. Felicia and her team earned their Equinox, their first month as a unit. She is a remarkable leader. And I think they would all want me to tell you, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Y'all, you have these people in your life. I am convinced that if you have a dream in your heart that God placed it there. And if God placed it there, he's given you the ability to get it done. And if he's given you the ability to get it done, he knows exactly who's going to be on your team, who's going to help you get the red jacket, earn the car, earn the suit, earn the Cadillac, and so on. You, sweet friend, you just have to keep believing, keep working, and keep trusting him. Just like Romans 8:28 says, and we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love him. I had a moment in my career I call the rocking chair moment, because I was in a rocking chair thinking about giving up my business. I knew Mary Kay worked. I knew that I could make it work. I was just emotional. And when emotion is high, logic is low. Remember that. So you should really never make decisions in those moments. I cried out to God, Lord, I know I'm supposed to do this. So could you just renew me? And I felt a peace that surpassed all understanding. And it literally washed over me. I changed. He changed me. I stopped working as if it all depended on me. Now, do not hear me wrong. I worked. But I later realized what it was when I read from the book, 100 Days of Believing Bigger. It's this thing called entrusting. By entrusting, it's not just trusting, which is believing. It's acting as if it's already done. It's already worked out. Like when the pandemic first hit and we all had this holy manoli moment, I had to have a come to Jesus moment. I had to think, it has rearranged every part of my thoughts from that point on. I had to think to myself, God knew this would happen. This pandemic is not a surprise to him. Yet he still placed the desire in my heart to earn our first trip, to be a national sales director. So the question is, did he change his mind just because of this? No. Will it maybe look different than I pictured it to be? Yes. But y'all, I have good news for you. It's been even better. So let's reframe your thoughts for what you've gone through or what you might go through during this process. He knew that would happen, yet he still placed that goal on your heart. So did he change his mind? No. No, he didn't, sweet friend. So when challenges come up, did he change his mind? No. Is it a sign that you aren't supposed to be? No, sweet friend. It could be that it's going to be even sweeter, even better. Without virtual, I believe I wouldn't have a lot of these sweet women on our team, in our bombshell family. I cannot even begin to imagine that. So when someone says no next time, you're going to say to yourself, God knew that was going to happen, and he still has my red jacket prepared for me. When someone doesn't show up and they said they were going to show up, you're going to say to yourself, God knew that was going to happen, and he still has my Mary Kay career car prepared for me. Yes, he does, friend. Yes, he does. This is the confidence we have in approaching God, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. 1 John 5:14. Keep going. Don't give up. You are a catalyst for his impact, and so many lives are attached to you making your dreams come true, friends. Go get that red jacket. Go move up that career path. What you are doing is impacting so much more than skin. It's transforming hearts. It's bringing joy. You are a light.